Overcoming negativity. Why do I feel trapped in endless negativity? Escaping negative thoughts. Negativity has become my default, clouding out everything positive. The 5 ways to stop intrusive negative thoughts are: focus. Train my mind to stay present. Release. Let go of judgments and criticisms. Reframe. Find the lesson in each challenge. Restore. Replenish inner reserves with self-care. Realign. Connect back to my core values. With practice, I know I can retrain my brain for optimism. By taking one small step each day on this journey, I will get there. Who's with me? Where does my negative mindset come from? Getting to the root of negativity. I'm realizing negativity often originates from distorted thinking, unresolved trauma, brain chemical imbalance, and ingrained neural pathways. The top 5 causes of negativity are: thoughts, cognitive distortions like filtering out positives; trauma, painful experiences that shaped negative beliefs; history, low serotonin, dopamine, and other mood boosters; pathways, habitual neural wiring skewed toward pessimism; personality, innate predisposition like neuroticism. The more I understand the root causes, the better I can cultivate true positivity. Time to dig deeper and address what fuels the negativity. How do I turn my overactive mind off? Quieting the endless thought chatter. My thoughts race in endless, unproductive loops. Here are 5 ways I aim to stop overthinking. Focus. Train my mind to stay present through meditation. Distract. Diversify activities to disrupt repetitive thinking. Move. Exercise and movement. Quiet mental chatter. Unplug. Digital detox to give my mind a rest. Write. Journaling as an outlet to release thoughts. With practice, I can gain control over my mind's direction. Mastering my thoughts allows me to live in the moment. Why do I always see the glass half empty? Breaking the negativity habit. I'm realizing my reflexive negativity is a habit. Here are 5 ways to override it. Reframe. Find the silver lining in challenges. Release. Let go of judgments, blame, and pessimism. Replace. Swap negative phrases for positive or neutral ones. Retrain. Use affirmations, CBT, and mindfulness to rewire thinking. Reward. Celebrate small victories to reinforce positive change. With diligence, I know I can reprogram my brain for optimism. Each small step chips away at the negativity habit. How can I reshape my chronic negative mindset? Rewiring your mind for positivity. Years of practiced pessimism have etched neural pathways that will take effort to undo and replace with positivity. Here are 5 key steps. Awareness. Notice negative thought patterns as they occur. Accountability. Enlist support and track progress. Affirm. Consistently repeat positive messages and visualizations. Action. Align behaviors and environment with desired mindset. Acceptance, self-compassion on the gradual journey. Neuroplasticity means our brains can form new connections. With time and discipline, I can rewire myself for enduring positivity. How do I stop this constant inner critic? Defeating negative self-talk. My inner monologue keeps up a steady stream of criticism and pessimism. To defeat negative self-talk, catch it. Recognize when the voice pipes up. Counter it. Challenge distortions with logic and facts. Control it. Refuse to engage or validate the voice. Compete. Drown out negativity with positive affirmations. Care. Shower myself with compassion, not criticism. With vigilance, I can break the tyranny of negative self-talk and let my inner wisdom shine through. My thoughts belong to me, not the critic. Everything feels pointless. How can I get unstuck? Quick fixes for feeling stuck. When I'm mired in a rut, quick shifts get me moving again. Help others. Volunteer for an uplifting boost. Move. Exercise and sunlight energize. Learn. Take a class to challenge my mind. Chat. Call friends for motivation and laughs. Refresh. Add green juice and nature to my routine. With just small actions, I'm reminded I have the power to change my state. Bit by bit, I will build momentum to lift myself out of this rut. Overcoming anxiety. How do I turn down the volume on constant worry? Quieting the inner worry. Breathe, pause, and take some deep breaths. Ground, plant feet and tune into the present. Question, ask how likely the worry is to happen. Limit, set aside limited time for constructive planning. Accept, Let go of what is out of my control. With practice, I can short-circuit rumination and live in the moment. Each day, I can get a little better at directing my thoughts. Why does turmoil quickly overwhelm me? Finding calm in chaos. When everything feels frantic and out of control, I descend into panic and despair. Chaos sweeps me away from inner peace and perspective. The 5 ways to find calm are: breathe. Slow inhales and exhales slow my mind. Get present. Tune into the here and now. Prioritize. Focus only on what I can control. Visualize handling it. See myself responding with grace. Get support. Ask loved ones for reassurance. With inner strength cultivated through practice, I can stand steady no matter what comes. Peace is always within reach. Fostering motivation. Why do I procrastinate on goals I want to achieve? Tackling procrastination. I put off taking action on my goals, both urgent deadlines and deeply meaningful dreams. This leaves me feeling stuck, frustrated, and hopeless. The 5 ways to stop procrastinating are: clarify my why, connect goals to motivation, break it down, make the next step small and doable. Lower the bar, do an easier version to build momentum. Bargain, promise myself rewards for getting started. Vocalize commitment, say my plan out loud. Procrastination thrives in abstraction, but by taking that first concrete step forward, I can build the momentum to achieve. Why does my motivation quickly fade? Building unbreakable motivation. Pursuing goals starts out exciting, but motivation rapidly fizzles once the work gets hard. Lacking drive leaves me stagnant and discouraged. The 5 ways to strengthen motivation are: power visualize. Vividly imagine the end success. Divide into daily wins. Make progress incremental. Track progress. Use charts to stay on course. Troubleshoot obstacles. Ask how to make the next step easier. Reward milestones. Celebrate each forward step. By feeding my motivation day by day through small wins, I can sustain focus to achieve even huge dreams. Consistency conquers all. Escaping comparisons. Why do I constantly measure my worth based on others? Escaping the comparison trap. I'm trapped in a cycle of comparing myself to others and feeling inadequate, prettier, smarter, more successful. Social media fuels this envy. Comparing shrivels my self-worth and fuels depression. The 5 ways to break free of comparison are: limit social media. Unfollow accounts that trigger envy. Appreciate uniqueness. We all have our own gifts and journeys. Compete with myself. Compare me now to past versions. Practice gratitude. Appreciate blessings rather than focus on lacking. Nurture inner gifts. Develop personal talents and interests. The more I understand my intrinsic worth, the less I'll rely on external validation. I can escape this comparison trap. Why can't I stop comparing myself to others? Taming toxic comparisons. I obsess over comparing my looks, success, possessions. To stop, identify triggers. When does comparison arise and why? Reality check. We all show our best selves outwardly. Focus inward. Compare myself to my past self, not others. Celebrate uniqueness. Each person has their own gifts and journey. Compete with kindness. Wish others well rather than resentment. With self-work, I can break the comparison habit and rediscover pride in my own path. Overcoming perfectionism. Why do I fixate on unrealistic standards that fuel anxiety and self-criticism? Perfectionism to progress. Perfectionism causes me to overwork, avoid risks, and judge myself harshly. It inhibits creativity, productivity, and fulfillment. The 5 ways to embrace progress over perfection are: ditch all or nothing thinking. Improvement happens gradually. Embrace mistakes. They provide opportunities to grow. Focus on process. Celebrate effort over outcomes. Challenge unrealistic demands. Get rational. Ask, so what? Examine real consequences of imperfection. With radical self-acceptance, I can silence my inner critic and find joy in small wins on the path of progress. Why do I constantly put others' needs above self-care? Making time for me. I'm burnt out from endlessly caring for others while neglecting my own well-being. My light is dimming. I need renewal. The 5 ways to prioritize me time are: schedule it. Treat it as any other important commitment. Start small. Even 15 minutes makes a difference. Choose easy replenishers. Opt for quick mood boosters. Release guilt. Remind myself self-care benefits others too. Make a date. Plan recurring me time on the calendar. When I nourish myself, I blossom. My light shines brighter for others when I kindle it first. Self-compassion. Why am I so harsh and impatient with myself? Developing self-compassion. I relentlessly criticize myself for any imperfection or misstep. This inner bully attacks my appearance, abilities, and character without mercy. The 5 ways to develop self-compassion are: Get curious. Explore the roots of the inner critic through mindfulness. Talk back. Counterattacks with encouragement I would give a friend. Cultivate warmth. Send myself caring vibes. Celebrate growth. Focus on progress rather than demanding perfection. Forgive mistakes. They're part of the learning process. With nurturing care, I can silence the tyranny of my inner bully and encourage my inner champion. Why do I feel like an inadequate fraud? Overcoming imposter syndrome. Despite external proof of success, imposter syndrome makes me feel insecure and fraudulent. I minimize accomplishments and worry I'll be exposed. The 5 ways to overcome this are: document wins, list tangible achievements, and positive feedback. Seek allies, connect with supporters who believe in me. Reality test, check whether expectations of me are realistic. Analyze roots, challenge self-limiting beliefs. Fake confidence, internally perform assurance until it's real. By silencing my inner critic, I can accept my competence. I belong here. Why am I constantly bullying myself inside my own head? Silencing the inner critic. My inner critic is relentless, attacking my appearance, work, relationships, anything it can find. This harsh self-talk fuels anxiety, destroys self-esteem, and makes happiness feel out of reach. The 5 ways to muzzle the inner critic are: notice. Catch negative self-talk without engaging. Question. Ask if the thought is rational or distorted. Talk back. Provide a factual, compassionate response. Comfort. Treat myself as I would a good friend. Reframe. Focus on the progress I have made. With care, understanding, and wisdom, I can turn down the volume on self-criticism and make room for self-compassion to grow. Building resilience. Why do I get derailed when challenges arise? Building grit and resilience. At the first sign of struggle, I'm quick to give up on goals and projects. Obstacles often feel like impenetrable barriers, stopping all momentum in its tracks. I lack the grit and resilience to push through when things get tough. The 5 ways to cultivate grit are: reframe. See struggles as opportunities to grow stronger. Celebrate. Recognize daily progress on the journey. Connect. Link steps back to a meaningful purpose. Visualize. Envision achieving the goal during motivation lulls. Stay calm. Maintain composure in the face of setbacks. With time and effort, I can develop the inner fortitude to stick with challenges and achieve my biggest dreams. Quitting will not be an option. Why does rejection devastate me? Bouncing back from rejection. Experiencing rejection sends me into a downward spiral of self-doubt and regret. I take it as a referendum on my worth and abilities. The 5 ways to bounce back are: recognize it's normal. Everyone faces rejection sometimes. Learn lessons. Was there anything I could improve next time? Don't personalize. It likely says more about the evaluator than me. Broaden goals. Don't hinge all self-esteem on one outcome. Build resilience. Strengthen my sense of self to weather disappointments. With constructive self-talk and resilience, I can quickly regain perspective after rejection. My value remains unchanged. Overcoming shyness. Why is it so difficult for me to open up around new people? Overcoming shyness. I freeze up in social situations. Making conversation feels terrifying, let alone trying to form deeper connections. My shyness keeps me isolated and lonely. The 5 ways to combat shyness are: pinpoint causes. Understand what underlies this for me. Challenge assumptions. Most people are too focused on themselves to judge me harshly. Practice small talk. Build conversational muscle in low-stakes interactions. Listen well. Make others feel interesting and comfortable. Compliment. Warm up with genuine praise for something about the other person. With compassion for myself, I can gradually chip away at the walls of shyness to forge human connection. My voice deserves to be heard. How do I overcome this constant self-criticism? Silencing the inner critic. My inner critic is on overdrive, fueling doubts and tearing me down. To silence it, observe. Notice when the voice pipes up without engaging. Separate. Remind myself the critic is not the real me. Talk back. Counter criticisms with realistic perspectives. Affirm. Drown out negativity by affirming my values. Comfort. Respond to myself with kindness and compassion. With practice, I can downgrade the critic from a shout to a whisper and let my inner wisdom shine through. Navigating change. Why do major life changes unsettle me so much? Moving through major transitions. Major transitions like a job change or move leave me feeling unmoored. The unfamiliar is disorienting and disconcerting. The 5 ways to better navigate transitions are: practice patience. Give myself ample time to adjust without judgment. present. Process feelings. Articulate hopes, fears, and grief over what I've lost. Create rituals. Develop routines and make the space feel like home. Seek community. Pursue activities and relationships with others going through similar experiences. Envision possibilities. Focus on how this change can open up new opportunities. With understanding and self-compassion, I can smooth these unsettling yet exciting thresholds. I've got this! Why am I struggling to adapt to this life change? Moving through major transitions. Major transitions like a job change or move leave me unmoored. To better move through them, be patient. Give myself time to adjust without judgment. Express feelings. Articulate hopes, fears, and grief over what I've lost. Create rituals. Develop routines and make the space feel like home. Seek community. Pursue activities and relationships with newcomers like me. Look ahead. Envision how this change can open up new possibilities. With understanding, I can better weather these unsettling yet exciting thresholds. I got this. Morning routines. Why do mornings feel so torturous? Becoming a morning person. No matter how early I sleep, mornings are a struggle. I snooze and drag all morning, starting the day cranky and behind. The 5 ways to become a morning person are: gradually shift sleep schedule, move bedtime and wake time 15 minutes earlier over time. Have a purpose. Link morning routine to things that energize me, like exercise or planning. Make it enjoyable. Play upbeat music and treat myself to coffee. Avoid screens. Limit sleep-disrupting blue light exposure early. Move. Get energized through exercise or meditation. With consistency, I can reshape lifelong habits and wiring. Mornings can become a magical gateway to an energized day.